This totally looks like my husband. Yeah, I mean, it does. It just looks like my husband. Okay. Anyway, I'm here showing and talking a little bit about Alice Neel and her books, the books that I have. This one's called Alice Neel, People Come First. And it is, oh wait, sorry. I like this book because, oops, sorry. It really breaks down her life in here and how important her paintings were to her, because she was trying to capture the zeitgeist of the time. She was painting pictures of, the little kids in Harlem, of where she lived. She had an apartment in Harlem, and I just really dig her. There's a couple reasons why I like her. Not only do I love her art, okay, but I liked her. And I swear, I think that my great-grandma Mimi and her may have known each other. They went to the same school in Pennsylvania that Alice Neel went to. There was a school for women who were into art. And women back then didn't get to go to real art schools to see naked people to paint them, because women weren't allowed to do that. Way back in the day, they weren't even allowed to do that. So at least in Pennsylvania, they were sent to this school for design, and her and my great grandma went there. My great grandma Mimi ended up being a pretty good artist. And she also became a conductor for orchestras and a pretty good musician. And my mom ended up being a dancer, and I am an artist and a pretty good musician, if I don't say so myself, or I do say so myself. And I think I got that from her. I have a lot of cousins also on my mom's side that are really good artists, and my kids, really good artists. So, and my sister, she's a really good artist. My sister Heidi, she's pretty good. And my sister Kelly, she's got a voice of an angel. She's a really good singer. So I think creativity and art stuff came from my great grandma. And who knows what came before that. But anyway, I bring that up just to say that I have this story I made up in my head that her and Alice Neel may have known each other. The other day, I watched a video of Alice Neel's grandchild, and she is an artist now too. So I just thought it was kind of neat that she was an artist as well. Here's another book I got, Alice Neel. This one's pretty good. The camera is really low to the ground, so I have to move it, because these are let's see, these are hardcover books. I can't move the cover without moving the camera. Yeah, so again, she liked to paint the zeitgeist, the people of her community, and I think she did a really good job. She also stood for the black community. Black people also, as well as women, didn't get to be an artist. They didn't get to be at MoMA. You know what I mean? And some of her stuff was shown at the Whitney, but she also stood outside of the Whitney Art Institute, or what was it? Art Museum. Yeah, the Whitney was an art museum. And she protested against them not showing black people's art in their museum. That's Hartley on a rocking horse. Hartley is the father of Elizabeth Neel, who is an artist. And his wife, Alice, painted some really good pictures of her. Here's Alice's mother. That was like the last painting. That was a promised gift for Richard and Hartley. It's at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Yeah, back then, Oh, here's Georgie. There's a whole story, of Georgie. She's got other pictures of Georgie with knives because he ended up getting into gangs. I think he died kind of early. And John in a striped shirt. Hartley married this woman. I don't remember her name. So, here's Hartley again. This is Hartley again. Hartley ended up having, I think, a girl and a boy with this woman that Alice Neel painted a lot. And she used to tease her because she had, I guess she, I'm trying to find a picture of her. She had bow legs. I guess she used to ride a horse when she was little. That's Richard. That's her other son. He turned it out to be like a lawyer or something. Here she is. Yes, her name is Ginny. That's it. So that's Ginny. So Ginny and Hartley had 2 children, and one was a girl, one was a boy, and the girl turned out to be a really good. She's a really good artist, man. She was really deep, really. She was a lot like Alice, like her grandmother, and so she and Alice liked to draw a lot of naked people. I am very uncomfortable with nakedness. Let's see if there's anything else. These 2 right here. They are. This book is called Alice Neel: The Art of Not Sitting Pretty, and it's a storybook. It's not really a picture book, but there are just some pictures in it. Right there, she is a trans person, and I think Jackie Curtis and Rita Red. Neel was particularly adept at navigating the subtle sexual nuances in the body language of gay couples. Take the prurient feet of Jackie Curtis and his boyfriend Rita Red. So I think that back then they didn't say that she was a trans person, just a cross-dresser. So I'm not sure if I'm using the correct pronouns. But they were a gay couple, I guess. So I guess Rita was thought of himself as a boy, dressed up as a girl. Oh, here's a good one of Andy Warhol when he got stabbed and almost died. And there's that picture again. Who is that? His name's John Perrault. That's from 1972. Neel turned Perrault, an art critic and curator, into a Fauvist, I don't know that word, in this naughty nude, as titillating now as it was when she first painted it. He just looks just like my husband. I'm telling you, I think it's funny the way he's sitting and everything, his legs and other stuff. Anyway, this is a really good book if you ever want to read about her. Again, she was born in 1900. She died in 1980, I think it was. But I think it was 80. Let me see. Does it say it in here? Probably won't say it right away, right? I love reading stuff on artists and how they live their life. I'm not sure. When did she die? So anyway, here's another picture. So this was her. She was 80 years old when she painted this picture of herself naked on a very famous chair that she painted many, many people. Pictures of people, Alice Neel's American Portrait Gallery. This is a good book too. I would say get this. This book is in many libraries. Look, here's a picture of somebody with TB in Harlem. I mean, like, she was just painting the people around her, man. Look how beautiful this picture is. Like, I just love the baby's face and how she's, like, holding on to her baby. This one's called Mother and Child, Nancy and Olivia. That's 1967. I wasn't even born yet when this picture was painted. But I wonder where this kid is now. Okay, so that baby's name is Olivia. Where's Olivia now? Here's some black and white pictures. That's her sons. That's Hartley and Richard. And I can't really find much about Richard online. I'm wondering if he's still alive, because if he is, he's got to be close to 90. I know Hartley has got to be 80. I know he's still alive because, again, I was watching a video of Elizabeth Neel, and yeah. So, here's some more pictures of moms and babies. Hey, check that out. They're in black and white because it's a book. You know, like, look at those little twins. Look at those faces. Also, Alice Neel had not just 2 sons, but a daughter. And the daughter was she kind of gave her up for, not adoption, but she went and lived with her dad in Puerto Rico. And I don't know, it was a really sad story because one day the daughter went to go see Alice Neel talking at some kind of opening, and Alice didn't even notice her there, even though she thought she looked just like Alice. And she was really heartbroken that she didn't notice that she was sitting right up front. And I don't know, it was kind of a really sad story because I think she ended up killing herself. And let's see. Okay, this one's the weird one, okay? This guy's named Randall in Extremis. And I often wondered what that meant, in extremis. What's that mean? Well, he was on drugs. So I guess, like, maybe this picture is of the guy Randall while he was, like, whacked out on cocaine or something. I don't know. Or out of his mind on some kind of drugs. She really kept company with some really cool and interesting people, And there's this one picture. Here's Ginny in a striped shirt. She always said that she had this shaped legs because she rode horses when she was a child. I think that's funny. I'm sorry. And let's see. I keep going back to that painting. I don't know why. Oh, that's Jackie Curtis as a boy. Okay, so that's Jackie Curtis in that other picture of the couple that was gay, and I said one was a trans person. Well, that's, I guess his name isn't Rita. I switched the names. But this is Jackie Curtis as a boy. And he used to dress up as a girl, but I don't know if nowadays he would be considered a trans person or a cross-dresser. Oh, not a cross-dresser. Is that what you call him? Oh no. If I'm saying words wrong, don't get mad. I'm not trying to be politically incorrect or anything. And look at this. I just love this picture too. Like, you could see the wrinkles and sometimes the pain in their faces because they lived in Harlem, they didn't just, but yet this little girl, she's dressed well, her hair's done real nice, and she's put together real good. The mom is like, I am so tired. Oh, Nancy and the rubber plant. Ellen Johnson. Here's another pregnant woman. She loved painting pictures of people who were pregnant, women who were pregnant. And she just loved it. I think she just loved painting naked people. Here's Faith Ringgold, looking all beautiful in this outfit. Oh, that's Marisol. I have a friend named Marisol. She's from Cuba. Yeah, see, this was painted in 1980. She was 80 years old when that painting was made. My friend Michelle draws paintings like this. This one's called Annie Sprinkle. Yeah, my friend Michelle, she can draw like really cool pictures of like bondage people. I don't know if that's the correct word, but like, you know, people in like outfits like this and like whips and stuff. Up there we go. Here's Hartley and Andrew. Andrew is the brother of Elizabeth. And I know she's got paintings of Elizabeth also. And Andrew also had done a documentary that you can watch on YouTube, but it costs like $6 or whatever. And he did a documentary on Alice, his grandmother. And she lived a real bohemian type of life. Her kids, you know, they weren't raised like me, where, you know, I lived in a house and my mom stayed home and my dad went to work and everything was the same every single day and I knew I had food on the table. Like, I didn't know what their life would have felt like living in Harlem, maybe not eating, and her just hoping to sell another painting. So this one, I like this rag in the window. You could feel the desolation of the apartment that she must have lived in, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know. I could just feel it. I almost feel the silence in this picture. With the snow. Two Spanish Harlem girls. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And even though they lived in Harlem, and I look at these paintings, the children were always clean, put together nice, hair done, put in little pigtails or brushed nice, and a nice little outfit all the time. So it was like, you know, back then in the this was 1959. You know, even when you lived in a really, you know, run-down, poor area, people still took care of themselves, which I really like that. So, anyway, yep, so I just wanted to do like a little video. Here's some older paintings. This is like 1938. This is a watercolor on paper. That's Alice and Jose. Here's Jose asleep. He looks like he had a really rough night that night. What's that? Pastel on paper. She was doing paintings. Oh, here, check this one out. This is from 1927. That one's called The Family. And that's a watercolor on paper. So that must be her, Richard's dad, and Richard. There's one painting. Oh, here's Carlos. I think that's what his name was, Carlos. That was 1927. So she was 27 years old when she was painting these. I think that's like one of the first ones. There was this one painting. Oh, after the death of the child. Check that out. So sad. That was after her first daughter died from, oh, what is that called? Oh, I forget what it's called. But we don't die from that anymore because, you know, we have shots when kids are born. Oh, what was that? I forget what it's called. So yeah, there was this one picture. I don't know if I'm gonna find it, but it was like they were in a bathroom. Oh wait, yep, here it is. Here it is. She's like on the toilet. Oh, I'm sorry, I bounced the camera. She's on the toilet peeing, and he's peeing in a sink. Like, I just that was made in 1935. That's a watercolor on paper. It's Alice and John Rothschild in the bathroom. That is just so funny to me, that picture. And here's another one from 1935. 1935, it's watercolor on paper. It's called Alienation. Yeah, you can feel it, right? I think it's one of my longest videos I ever did. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. 1900, she was born. January 28th. And she was born in Pennsylvania, I know that, but I want to see what year she died. Wait, oh my gosh. The chronology is really long on this one because it's got a lot. Let's see. 1984. Wait. Wait. Was it? February 21st. In 1984, she went on Johnny Carson. 1985, February 7th. That's when she died. 1985. February 7th. A memorial service for Alice is held at the Whitney Museum of American Art. Thomas Armstrong, the director of the Whitney. Mayor Edward Koch. Oh my God. Jack Bauer. I know who Edward Koch is. I remember him back then. Jack Bauer, former director of the Whitney, and Patricia Hill speak at the service. Allen Ginsberg reads his poem, White Shroud. Wow. Yeah, so she was 85 when she died. She had just turned 85. But she was funny as hell on that Johnny Carson show, if you ever saw that clip. And there's Andy Warhol kissing Alice in 1982. So she was 82 there. All right, guys. I'm going to end on that. Have a great day. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.